Welcome back to Stocklabs, another market recap. We are halfway through September, and so far it's been a bit of a roller coaster. So, first week started very poorly, and this past week was actually the exact opposite. Market went straight back up, kind of to where it almost all the way back to where it dumped out from in the beginning of the month. So, for the week, we had Qs up 6%, strong week. Small caps up 4+%, S&P up 4%, Dow up 2.5%, but the Dow wasn't ever really down that much from the week prior. We've got even crude oil bounced slightly. I think it was down 7-8% the week before, but it bounced 1%, a little bit more than that. Nothing really too special. And bonds were up 0.8. TLT kind of hovering around this $100 range. It was trying to get over it for a little while. But for now, it's kind of hovering just around there after it backed off a little bit. And if we look at our leadership stocks, they all were green for the week. NVIDIA was the big winner, up over 15%. Still the big winner year to date too, 140% to the upside. So, far and away, running away with leading the market. Amazon had a nice week, up 9%. Year to date, 23%. So that's pretty good. I think it's outpacing the Qs. Tesla was up 9% for the week, but is still down for the year 7%. So Tesla's been in a big hole for majority of 2024. Facebook up 5%. Up 50% for the year. Kind of just having a really good year on its own. Google up 4%, but Google has sort of fallen out of favor, I think. I don't know what the exact reason is. My guess is that a lot of the search businesses maybe going to start to be threatened some in a visible way due to all of the AI and LLM type offerings that are out there now. And Apple, flattish on the week, kind of an underperformer relative to the rest of these and the market, but up 15% for the year, so not bad. If we look at breadth by the industries, everything was green, so breadth was pretty strong from this standpoint. Industrials were the leader, up 5% almost. Tech up 3.5%, services 3.3%, healthcare 3.2%, financials and consumer 2%, basic materials 2-ish, a little more, and utilities up 3%. So everything basically green, although you can sort of see across the board. I mean, the top one was up 5%, but this didn't quite perform up to, let's say, industrials, there's not many of them in the Qs anyway, but none of these sectors were sort of up with the indices. I mean, S&P was up 4%, so only industrials were higher than that. The rest of these all lower. Qs were higher than all of these. So, if we look at subsector wise, we've got some industrial metal type stuff leading. Silver, gold was up 10%. We've got solar up 8%, copper, another metal 8%. EVs bounced, but EVs have kind of been killed all year with the solar stuff. And if we look at the total number, we start to see some semiconductors sprinkled in here, up over 5%. So that's usually pretty bullish. And the total number, we've got about 37 sectors that are up over 5%. So, I mean, solid week, although the week prior when the market was flushing, this was something like 150 sectors to the downside. So not all of the sectors really bounced the same way that just the index level of the market did. So whether that's any type of signal, we'll see. If we look at breadth by market cap, go to 1 to 5 billion cap companies, up 4.3%, decent week. 5 to 10 billion, up 3.5, not bad. And 10 to 50 billion, up 3.3. 50 to 100 billion, up 2.7. And 100 billion market cap plus companies, up 3.5%. So that's pretty solid performance for them. From a intelligence standpoint for the coming week, got FANG bullish, Bitcoin bullish, South Korea bullish. I've mentioned in the past that South Korea is kind of, you see this run when, usually we get a semiconductor run to go along with this South Korea run. Q's bullish, natural gas, inverse natural gas is bullish, so bearish natty gas again. And short China is bullish, so bearish China. If we look at inverse of this, we've got some Bitcoin thing, bearish, gold miners, bearish, cannabis, bearish, another gold. Okay, these kind of cancel each other out, and inverse FANG is bearish, so bullish FANG again. Yeah, overall, not really sure what to say. I mean, we've got the market overbought on a 6-month basis, hybrid basis. I mean, we had one of these at the end of August, or like sort of midway toward the end of August. Other times were middle of July. This mid-July area was sort of the last time most of the indices were near highs, so unsure. We do have the Federal Reserve that is expected to cut rates 25 basis points. That's probably not, I don't know how much that's going to affect anything other than sentiment, where people kind of think the Fed is on their side again now, as if the Fed ever left the market side, like, in its history. And yeah, so that's it. I think probably you're not going to see a week like you saw this past week again. I mean, I think this was the best week for the market in a while. I mean, definitely, I think for sure 2024, maybe even going back further than that. I don't know if we had such a big jump in the market on a 1-week basis, but yeah. So don't be surprised if the market chops around or gives some of the performance back a little bit, as people get positioned for the ever elusive rate cut. And yeah, that's basically it. So be back next week, see how it all went, and we'll talk to you then. Bye.